Hello everybody, it is Friday. I'm so excited. It is the day of much rejoicing. Look at that moody lighting. Oh no, he's here. Okay. Just kidding, nobody's here. Actually, that's a lie. People are here. So yesterday I was here at work alone for a large chunk of the day, and you know, I was working, obviously, but there was a few times at which I got pretty bored. So I'm going to show you what I did while I was bored. You're never going to sleep again after you see this. How awesome this is. Check this out. Whoa, let me get better lighting here. This is a broom-saber. Look at that. Yeah, handle made using Scotch tape, like the Jedi do. It is the Jedi way. So yeah, I made this yesterday, and then I was running around the shop swinging it around at stuff and hitting walls and things and batting stuff outside. I used to do these all the time when I was a kid. Like, I know they make the plastic retractable ones that you can get, but I never liked those because they're so chunky. They're like chungus sabers, and like the handles are like this big, and then I was very particular about this sort of stuff when I was a kid. I didn't like how the blades were like conical. I wanted them to be just straight, like an actual lightsaber. And so I remember, you know, a lot of kids actually would go around outside swinging, at least I'm assuming a lot of kids would do this, swinging the broom handles around, and then suddenly I was like, well, hey, you know, why not just paint it and then wrap duct tape around the handle? And that is exactly what I did. I remember the very first one I made was a blue lightsaber, just like this, but blue. I don't know if I made a green one. I think I did. I don't know. I did make a red one, and that one I actually made like, I took it a step up, kids. I took it a step up. I drilled or screwed some pieces of wood into the emitter part here, like to make it stand out more, to make it look a little more cooler. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a broom handle that's painted with duct tape around the handle to make it look like a handle. And then this is just like, I guess you could just say this is like a jewel or something at the top. But I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of what I did there. Pretty proud of what I've done here today, and I will probably swing that around some more today, and maybe I'll even make you watch me do that. Maybe I'll do a live video of me running around the shop shirtless, swinging a broom-saber around. By the way, fun fact, you see this here? This is not a protein drink, which is what everybody around here always thinks it is when they see me drinking out of it. This, my friends, my delicious friends, is a homemade cold brew. So there's a convenience store around this area. It's mostly an Eastern thing, Eastern Coast thing, called Wawa, W-A-W-A, and it is like the most amazing convenience store in your life. You can go there and there's like a whole deli section where they make fresh sandwiches, and they have an app where you can go on and you can put your order together. They're very highly customizable, which is awesome. And then they do liquor drinks. Not really. I'm sure they do that somewhere, probably in one of the southern ones. There are some down south, not very many, but they do coffee drinks, like specialty coffee drinks, and one of them that they introduced, I think 2 years ago, was their cold brew, which is the best cold brew coffee I have ever had in my life. Sweet cream cold brew. And in fact, it was so delicious, I thought it was so delicious that I probably spent, that first year, between $100 and $200 a month. Me and my wife, actually, $100 and $200 a month for half the summer 2 years ago. Not my proudest moment when I realized I spent that much money on coffee. But what I did to combat this is that one day when I was using the app on the phone to put the coffee together, I noticed that it actually had a breakdown of the ingredients, which, I mean, it's not really that hard to guess. Coffee. But the one thing that I didn't know about was they listed sweetened condensed milk in their ingredients, and I was like, oh. So I just went online and I found a good cold brew coffee recipe. I went out and bought this giant 1 gallon glass pitcher thing that has a little spout on it, and I don't know why this is the spout symbol with your hands. And then I made a gallon of cold brew coffee, which the main difference is that it's stronger. It's stronger than regular coffee. You use like 2 to 3 times the amount of beans for it. So I make that. I actually make it in a pot on the stove, and then you mix it with cold water, and then it has to stay in the fridge for a few hours before it's actually cold. And then what I usually do is because it's just very fashionable looking, I get a mason jar. I put like a spoonful of sweetened condensed milk in it, fill it up almost halfway with milk, and then fill the rest up with the cold brew coffee. You mix it, you drink it. Heaven in a dish. So yeah, if you're having trouble spending the monies, getting yourself coffees and cold brews specifically, I highly recommend, I hit the pause button by accident, that I highly recommend that you invest in making your own homemade cold brew coffee. Do it today. I couldn't find where the lens was on my phone. Do it right now.